given the time constraint, I don't want to go back and tell the need and rationale of the old Hindu Economic Forum. And it was very clearly spread out by earlier speakers and founder. It is basically economic empowerment of the society, particularly Indian societies, Hindu societies. So within that context, I have a few views about how to empower Hindu societies. As we know, the Hindu society or Indian economy, which are by and large synonymous, is largely driven by agriculture. It's basically agriculture economy, agriculture-based societies. But I feel that my humble request to Swamiji and other board members to consider whether you can have a just like youth forum, education forum, and maybe a farmers forum or agri forum within the World Hindu Congress. That would be more relevant and to achieve the ultimate goal of the World Hindu Economic Forum or World Hindu Congress at large. Indian agriculture, as we know, is as old as Rig Veda. I think it was mentioned in the Rig Veda that there were 5 lakh rice varieties. The word mentioned in the Rig Veda. The rich genetic resource. India is a home for a rich genetic resource, the richest in the world. Therefore, every country eyes on Indian agriculture. If you look back to the history of the Indian Green Revolution, since mid-60s to until mid-90s, the 2 genes that really brought Green Revolution, which is a worth of billions of dollars. There was also economic estimation. Looking at the potential, the economic potential of the Indian agriculture, particularly Indian genetic resources, most of the Western countries and including US invested a huge money in inventing the genes of high economic value, and meanwhile they brought the patenting regime, brought the WTO as a means, trade means to, I can say, economic invasion. I consider the WTO is a, of course, good opportunities are there. At the same time, it is an internationally licensed channel to have an economic invasion by the Western world over the developing countries like us. So using those routes of patented and again selling back the same patented genes to India, Indian farmers, and other, of course, developing countries also. So, as Dr. Ravindra mentioned, that these years Western world, as quoted by the authors of various books which he read, that these nations never wants other nations to progress. Apparently, they tell, we are here to help, we are here to support, but the hidden agenda is something different. Really, the hidden agenda is different. So they patented all these technologies, and in the name of the farmers' benefits, and commercialized, and trying to achieve the supremacy over agriculture. Agriculture means food, that means over the land. If any country is supreme or dependent on food on any other country, probably we will not have any sovereignty. The food sovereignty is a key for national sovereignty. Now, unfortunately, I think now as a part of the international strategy to invade economic invasion, maybe in a decent manner, in a polite manner, in a very internationally licensed channel. Now this silent invasion is already going on. I think World Hindu Economic Forum should realize and see that we should promote the Indian agri sector inside, outside country, and also promote our own Hindu agri sector, particularly seed sector, to achieve the sovereignty over the food. So seed sovereignty means food sovereignty, that means land sovereignty. You can depend on any other commodity for importing, but not food. Now already we are spending $14 billion over the import of edible oils and pulses, which were never been there earlier. So there are a lot of opportunities. So, to achieve the ultimate goal, to make the Indian society, Hindu society prosperous, we have to protect the agriculture, we have to protect our own land, we have to protect our own food sector, and also promote the Indian presence even outside the country. So probably, I think, my humble request to Swamiji and others to consider whether we can initiate the World Hindu Agri Forum, where we can have all stakeholders, including policymakers, agri scientists, partners. We have a couple of scientists. Dr. P.V. Rao retired as an agriculture scientist. Sir, you can also start. Dr. P.V. Rao. So these are retired professors just recently. We have industry persons, very small industry but powerful. Veera Reddy Garu is a, can you stand up, sir? So he's a base agriculture, now serving the farmers by producing, giving to the farmers. So we have a lot of opportunities. Right? Unless we maintain our sovereignty over land, that will only come sovereignty over the seed and food. Exactly as Dr. Ravindra already mentioned, the wealth transformation. I wrote a small piece of article in Business Line 14-15 years back, how wealth transformation from India to Europe. When you are looking at the per capita income, I'm an economist, agriculture economist. Today, Europe is developed because of the wealth transformation that took place, particularly 18th and 19th century until early 20th century. But today, India is India because of itself. India is a self, India has a rich, India will be rich. I strongly believe, I have seen almost visited more than 30-35 countries as a part of my job before I joined in the university. I spent my time in Vietnam, of course in Africa and other countries. India is rich in 4 resources which are essential for any development. Human resources, natural resources, physical resources, and also we emerged as even a strong financial resource base. We are the 4th largest economy in the world. We are no longer poor, but we are consolidate. We should use where we must invest in these financial resources. We are no longer poor actually. It's the 4th largest economy in the world. So 2nd largest in the population, but 4th largest in economy. Of course, there are skill income inequalities because of the certain inherent problems which have to be addressed over the period. So we have all resources. What we need is we have to reunite the Indian system through platforms like this, and we have to consolidate our power, our resources, and we should prevent the strategy that is coming from Western world to re-innovate economically. That should be our goal. We have to, I think with this, I thank you, Mr. Kumar and others, for giving me this opportunity, for sharing some of my thoughts. Thank you very much.
One small point, in 2011, because we spoke about it, I am a technology person, but for some reason I got into textiles. Textile means we are importing cotton from America. So we made a trip to US to see, we went to Texas and went to Lubbock. So when we went to Lubbock, the Cotton Council, there are 5 guys, all doctorates in this, and they're lobbying for their own cotton. So we went there, myself and my partner who is a Sardati from Thailand. And basically I did a lot of time in Thailand. And I was initial this Bangkok conference also, I was one of the guys who was organizing at that time. So we went there, the guy, these 5 guys, they sat in front of us and then they gave us a big lecture. And during the lecture, that guy started telling to us, we are going to India and we are teaching your farmers about cotton, use of cotton and what is cotton. So I just told them, just wait. Gandhiji has taught us long back what is cotton, how to use cotton, how to weave our own cotton. Please, we don't have to come us and teach about cotton and how to grow it. Okay? And we would actually do, but our people better come here and teach you how to do that. So this is what I want to just tell you. The way they're very smart, they're very optimist, they try to put things in a very, very neat and smart way. And we are very emotional. Rather, it doesn't work a lot in the business. We try to get too emotional for that. And we know how to take care and support our own farmers. These are, what the problems you see about the farmers and everything. I think as you said, food is the way.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for making the session lively with your participation.
Because this is a
In fact, I must thank Mr. Janaya. He made our chest up and chins high when he said that we are empowered with abundant resources in 4 areas, key areas. Thank you, Mr. Janaya, for reminding about our power. And also you have cautioned against the economic invasion. It's something you made a very thought-provoking speech. In fact, you shared some thought-provoking thoughts with us. Thank you once again. Now, on behalf of the chairperson, in fact, now I invite Mr. Amartya Murthy. She was located locally in the area of law, so he will share his views with us.
Respectful Namaskaram to Swami, Pujya Swamiji, and respected dignitaries on the dais.
Actually, the Hinduism is not a religion. It is not a religion, it is a culture. But mostly, whenever we call any organization in the name of Hindu, it is branded as religion. Whereas in the name of other religions, if any organization is started, they are called as secular and we are called as religious. I don't know the reason. Pseudo-secularism. But I hope there would be a day that wisdom would prevail upon those people. They would say that it is not a religion, it is a culture which inculcates the culture. And I can say that to say India, the Hinduism got a great culture. Hinduism got a great youth. And so many speakers spoke many good things about it, about the forum and other things. Especially today I would like to ask Swamiji and make a submission to Swamiji that India has got the greatest strength of youth. And the focus also needs to be made on the youth, especially at the student level. Because now our colleges are mostly educating the children, educating the students to become employees but not to become an entrepreneurs. So even they are propagating that if you study in my college you will get 10 lakhs pay, and if you study in that institution you will get 1 crore pay, so on and so forth. Nobody would say that you would start an industry and you would become an industrialist and you create employment, generate employment. So at the end minds, if you are able to sow the seeds of entrepreneurism or enterprising this thing, so they would come out of the organization, or else most of the students, 90-95% of the students, soon after their college, they are looking for the placements, right from the second year, in the competition, some of the people in the third year of graduation, fourth year of graduation, and so on and so forth, they are getting placed. And all this intellectuality is moving towards the Western countries and as well as Europe, US and working for them. Suppose if you are able to generate the entrepreneurs at the college levels, like starting a business school or starting incubation centers at the colleges or the universities, where we can inculcate the students how to become an entrepreneur, and they should take the challenge as an entrepreneur than to be an employee. Employee, that too hardly because of the remuneration part or pay package part. Some of them are going to abroad and working there, and some of them are having a passion to work for the MNC being in India. So it contributes to their GDP than to our GDP. But it contributes their GDP a lot because the industry is situated in our country. It is what we get is the peanuts, what they get is the almonds. So we have to now train the youth, especially to be the entrepreneurs than to be the employees. Focus need to be made, and the students, especially at the undergraduate level, need to be picked up, and we need to inculcate the entrepreneurism among the students at the student level. I always believe that introduction of a system is easy, rectification of the system is difficult, because people's mind is tuned to that. So when it comes to the already industrialists, They have their own systems, they have their own beliefs. We have got to inculcate our system into their system. When it comes to the students, their mind is quite virgin and we will be able to inculcate it in the fresh. We will be able to inculcate our system, how to become an entrepreneur. And becoming an entrepreneur is different and becoming an ethical entrepreneur is another issue. Ethical entrepreneur is not working for yourself, working for the country, working for the employees, working for you, and bringing other to say, I, you, and me has to be completely removed, and I, you, me has to become we. That concept needs to be developed. Otherwise, many people coming from the business families, they always feel I. Employee is you, customer is they. As long as the employer doesn't feel the employee and the employee himself are we, there won't be joint commitment to the customer. Committed commitment and convicted commitment won't be there to the employee. That needs to be developed. So we should generate more of the entrepreneurs than of the employees who are looking for. And that is why I always suggest, this is my submission to World Hindu Economic Forum, that I would also take part of it to start incubation centers at the colleges, especially at the undergraduate level, and that too, you got the greatest strength of the youth. The youth, if it is molded, and it will take further generations, and everybody would follow in their footsteps, and entrepreneurship needs to be developed. That is what. Even in many professional colleges, they always teach, the professionals are not preferring to come for profession. They are preferring for employment in some organization, be it a chartered accountant, be it a lawyer, for various reasons. So they need to be trained. A lawyer is trained always to fight a litigation. A law student, more or less. But what I say, that we should be trying to mitigate the litigation at the threshold, because litigation is a speculation without knowing the destination. That is the order of the day. So, the engineer need to be trained, but not to simply work and develop the systems, he should develop the industry. If we develop the industry, it will generate more employment. And our beloved Prime Minister, respected Prime Minister, always giving the slogan, Made in India. Made in India is possible only when we generate the entrepreneurs, not inviting the FDI. Even if we invite them, they will be starting. And India has also got a greatest strength of the labor force, and we are very good in the manufacturing sector. It is the manufacturing sector which generates employment for the blue-collar employees. Service sector generates employment for the white-collar and highly educated employees. Highly educated is very few in percentage. Blue-collar is more in percentage, especially in a country like India. That is why to develop the manufacturing sectors, we should develop the entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs would generate employment. It is not only made in India, be Indian, make Indian, made in India. Then that would definitely strengthen the country, and the religion always develops the affinity. Affinity develops unity. There is nothing wrong in naming an organization after the religion to develop the affinity, and affinity develops the unity, unity develops the integrity. Integrity develops the character, character develops the wisdom. So on and so forth. That is why today, through this forum, with this opportunity I was given by Mr. Kumar, Mr. B.S.N. Kumar, and as well as World Hindu Economic Forum, I appeal to the World Hindu Economic Forum to focus on the students, and the next meet or the Congress, whatever it is called as, we are the Students' Congress or the Students' Meet of World Hindu Economic Forum, where we can take advices from various persons to take it further and forward. I know most of you are tired by this time, are intending to retire for the day. Half of you are already retired from the day. I don't want to bore you with prolonging my speech. I take leave, and I once again thank Mr. B.S.N. Kumar for giving me this opportunity, and as well the World Hindu Economic Forum for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Mukti. You have referred to ethical entrepreneurship. Ethics is part of our culture, is what actually we try to inculcate in our children. You know, know how much they really get out of it. It's different. But it's a part of our culture, and you refer to ethical and promotion is something interesting. And you know that, in fact, you know what you get. Thank you very much. Now, our chairperson for this session, Mr. Rahman Khan, the director, Subgroup Management Consultants, is a man gentleman, a man with vast experience, and a committed man because of World Hindu Economic Forum. He will address us.
Swamiji. Since Swamiji is present here, I thought I'd take the rarest privilege of following the tradition of the Hindu monk by addressing our brothers and sisters. Firstly, my profound apologies for being late. When Mr. Sharma told me that I must come and be a participant here,